Hi guys, my name is Alyssa, and first things first, this is your Aries midheaven. If you're here because you are an Aries and you were born in April or March, this doesn't necessarily apply to you. You would want to look in your chart. I have some links below that describe your chart for you so you're able to go in there and actually see and get your chart and look at your midheaven. It's the 10th house cusp, so it's the highest part in your chart. Your chart's a circle, it's the highest point. Your IC is going to be opposite your MC, and your IC then is Libra, because Libra is the opposite of Aries. So with that being said, you were raised in a Libra type fashion. And so most Libra ICs, they might have had to share the spotlight with more interesting siblings. Maybe if you were an only child, there are just other things that you had to split your time up from. So your parents were very diplomatic in the fact that they gave you your set time because maybe you didn't ask for it in the same way, but you never really felt special. You more felt like they were giving you that time because they knew that they were giving it naturally more to somebody else. So in that way, you tended to go inside of yourself and search for beauty. Having the Libra IC, even though it is put on you, it's projected on you, it is also something you take on. Libra IC loves beauty around them, would love to design their room, wants to create this harmony with their family, and at the same time might seem a little bit high-strung about their surroundings because they're desperately trying to cling to something that is uniquely them. They're trying to find their place in the world that is only about them. It doesn't matter what it is. They're looking for that special something. And having the Libra on the IC means that they do take their time and they weigh out the options. And then when they go and do something, they do it for real. And that's when they shoot up to their midheaven. And never have I not talked about the IC so little in this situation. But I really believe that Libra always wants to find Aries. Libra needs people, but it's desperately searching for a chance to just stand out and be special. Libra just wants that chance to feel like an Aries. And so there you have this IC in Libra, your MC in Aries, and this is what you want. You want to shoot out into the world and say, hey, fuck, look at me. I'm Aries and I'm unique and I'm different. I'm special and I'm independent and I believe in myself. But because it's Libra on the IC, you kind of do it with your head turned down. And you kind of wait for your moment. And then you see your moment. And you're like, I'm prepared for this. I've been creative. I've been learning. I've been observant. I've been weighing out my options. I was never the special one in my family. I'm gonna go take this. I am taking this right now. And then you go and you get it. And yes, your midheaven then is your ego conscious. It's what you've developed about yourself when you're around 6 or 7 years old. It's how you see yourself in the world. It's how you relate to the world. As we get older, we figure this out. We're like, who am I? Like around everybody. We all want to fit in and then we want to stand out. And as an Aries MC, you find your time to stand out. And everybody around you will be like, what? I always knew that they had a lot of talent. I never knew for sure if they were going to be capable of taking their talent out into the world and expressing it so extrovertedly when they all kind of seem to sit by themselves and just color pictures and draw and design their room and their gowns and their wedding and all this other stuff. It just seemed like they had this imagination land. Not like a Pisces, but like set, like this person is going to follow this artistic path and I don't know if they're ever going to make money. I don't know if they're ever going to be seen as masculine. But with Aries on the MC, that's when you are. You are seen as masculine. And a lot of Aries MCs, not going to lie, they saw my Sagittarius MC video and they really related to it. And it is, but instead of the idea of the Sagittarius MC that just gets bigger and bigger, the Aries IC is more uniquely defined. But in the same sense, it pushes through like a ram. It's less luck and perfectionism. It's more singularity, and this is me, and I'm independently taking this. I was talking to an actual Aries sun sign about their chart, and they said, in my line of work, I really want to be the Meryl Streep. I don't want to be the Angelina. Hello, Meryl Streep and Angelina both have an Aries MC. So, I didn't say this was their ascendant, people. This is your public persona. What does Meryl Streep represent that Angelina represents? What's the same thing? Because they both have something very strong in common, even though one is talent and the other one's talent too, but the other one's obviously more of a sex symbol. Goes to the Oscars exposing her leg, so her leg gets her own Twitter account, versus Meryl fucking Streep. What do they have in common? They are both strong, fiery, independent women who do not stand behind men. Their men stand behind them. And Angelina is married to Brad Pitt. No, she's not married to Brad Pitt. Angelina is with Brad Pitt, and he stands behind her. When somebody sees an Aries midheaven, they don't want to mess with you. They don't want to necessarily even try to compete with you because they see winner. They see somebody who's going to destroy them. So how is this beautiful Libra IC person? They grow up and then they become this force of nature. They just go head on into the world with their ram horns, trying to get into the world, saying, look at me, I'm fucking awesome. I have to compare this to the Sag MC. Even though the Leo MC is also fire, the Leo MC doesn't emulate the same sort of fiery aggression that Sag and Aries does, because Leo likes the idea of being worshipped in a childlike way. Sag and Aries don't really necessarily care as much of what people are saying about them and how many people are worshiping them. They really want to just say, fuck all y'all, I'm up here now, and that's where I'm going to be forever. The Leo MC relies more on the admiration. Sag is going to rip apart themselves. Aries isn't going to give a fuck. Aries might go down to their IC and be the Libra and try to weigh out options and be like, oh, maybe that wasn't okay. Maybe I shouldn't have done it that way. Maybe I should have gone somewhere else. I don't know. But ultimately, they're going to come out and they're going to be like, I don't give a fuck. This is my public persona. This is who I am. In fact, having an Aries midheaven is kind of exciting. My husband has one in Draconic Astrology, and this is what he does. You know where he puts his arm or his hand, like, to claim me? It's not on my back. It's not like pushing me forward or anything. It's not like, he doesn't like stand in front of me or stand behind me. He takes this claw of a hand and he puts it into my neck. Like he's holding on to me. Like I can't go anywhere. Nobody else can have me. He has me. I'm not a part of him. He didn't like wrap his arm around me. It's just like he's his own entity. I'm separate from him, but I belong to him like a caveman. I always have to tell him, like, I am a strong, independent Sagittarius, midheaven chick, and you're making me look like a weak person. Which, I mean, I guess I kind of like. But the Aries midheaven is going to make everyone around them look weak in comparison. Look silly. Look like maybe they're not worthy of their presence because they're just not as strong. If you have an Aries midheaven, when you go out, you do need somebody who is strong. Otherwise, you will just kind of take over them. You will just be bigger, louder, better, achieve more than them just naturally by standing, because that is your aura and your presence in the world. Now, the 10th house is your career, so it's also your cusp. And I understand that not everybody wants to be famous, but having an Aries midheaven does, to some degree, give you that desire, like it does to Sag or Leo, to be loved by the world, to be famous. And it's because you want to be different, unique, and original and take something and shove it in the world's face, like Angelina's leg, like Angelina's blood around her neck, like Meryl Streep's talent and winning Oscars. Like Meryl Streep's got like that down. Like there's other people who have won a lot of Oscars, but I feel like she's like tied or more than Katharine Hepburn on Oscars. I don't remember. I'm trying to think. When I think of Oscar, I think of Meryl Streep. Like she's won it 20 times in my head because she took the Oscar and she made it her bitch. Whenever you are in your career world, you are singularity. You are one. You are the leader. You are the strong person. You are masculine. You will take whatever girly Libra thing that you had on the inside and the IC, and you will just be like kind of full force, full charge, You can look at me as a sex symbol if that's my thing. If it's not my thing, fuck you, you're not looking at me like a sex symbol. That's what you are. You figure out what your thing is, and that's your thing, and that's your independence, and that's what is uniquely original to you. Leo is ruled by the sun, but it's not the first sign. The first sign is Aries, and it's ruled by Mars. It's not ruled by the sun. And when there's Mars in your chart, it represents something that is unique. It's not Uranus, it's not crazy, it's not special or flip-flopping. It is just like, this is mine. And wherever Mars falls, I really feel like that's the place where you make it your bitch. I have Mars in the 6th house. I make routine my bitch because I hate it, and so it's my bitch. Fuck you. Hate you. That's why I say to my 6th house, because Mars is in there. So wherever you have Mars. So now here's Aries. This is your confidence. This is where you're making it your bitch, and this is your career. If you're not making your career your bitch, and you're being not confident, you're not really exposing the right part of yourself to the world. You're still in this Libra IC, this little shell that, I don't know, I wasn't treated very special, or people felt bad for me. Maybe your head's going to be down. Eventually it's going to look up, and you're going to see the world and the flashing lights, or whatever it is that you desire is there, but you really do have to take it. Nobody gives the Aries MC anything. The Aries MC has to ram its face into whatever and just take it, because that's what you do. It doesn't matter what it is, but at least define it so you don't blow up at people who don't know. Oh, I'm not a sex symbol. Why the fuck are you calling me that? But you're kind of dressed in with your boobs hanging out. Like, you gotta own whatever it is. And I don't feel like I need to tell you that, but just in case, own your shit. Because you're going to get mad at people when they see you in the wrong light. So be what you want to be in the right light. Midheaven is also your internet persona, and I really like to go into your internet persona. And what I've known about a lot of girls with Aries MCs on Facebook and Twitter and Instagram, there's a lot of boob shots and a lot of tongue hanging out. I don't know. Like, it's just really much like, look at me. It's just very much like in your face. They want to be pretty, but they do have a strength that just kind of radiates from them. And the men as well. The men are very much like strong and in charge, and you can come on too strong if you're not being careful. I just want to tell you, don't be afraid of taking what you want, and don't play that game of like, oh, maybe I don't deserve it, maybe it's not for me. I mean, you're gonna get insecure every once in a while, but like, own your decisions and just do them. But also be very wary of how far you shove down your personal opinions on other people's throats. Not because you're worried about people not liking you, because I know that that's not necessarily a big deal for you, because you don't care all the time. Worry about other people because other people don't have that same spirit you have, and if you are attacking the world with your opinion, you can hurt somebody. You can hurt your friends because they may not be equipped to handle that from you and handle it as your opinion, especially when you say it as fact. And then you're going to feel bad because Libra does feel bad. Libra wants relationships to work, and so if you want your friendships to like stand the test of time in this internet age, you just need to be very careful that you're not shoving your public persona down your real true friends' throats. You really do, though, need to go out and make life your bitch. And so if you're gonna do something, do it to the fullest. Make it your bitch. How many times did I say that in this video? Like 150? Well, I mean it, so I hope I shoved that down your throat. Okay, and that's your Aries midheaven. Bye.